football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Commodores will kick it off to get us underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Tennessee's offense will have the football first. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a barn burner. Think we get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. And I know that mental toughness is very cliche in all of sports, especially college football. And David, it's something that coaches are always harping on. But this is one of those games. The team that's most mentally tough at the end, they probably win.
Especially in rivalry games, especially in big moments, especially when there's more to it than just a game. So I think that this is something that who can focus, who can stay disciplined, who can stay tough and block out all the noise.
And the Volunteers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Trying to seal the edge on the right. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop.
Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The Volunteers are flying down the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's all the way down to the 3, showing it all on that run.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The field's already shrunk. Get some momentum back right here. Get a big stand. At least hold them to 3. And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. Touchdown, Tennessee! First points of the day are on the board. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Vanderbilt's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Pressure coming. Makes the catch. It's Alexander. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Commodores line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Aguilar. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Staley. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. On 2nd and 10, a 4-wideout set, trips right. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15.
Well, that's a good omen if you're this offense. Obviously, it's early in the game. You've got the lead, and the ball's bouncing their way. Really nice catch there, David, off the deflection.
A good early omen, for sure, for this offense. Like, when you're getting deflections and you're catching those, that's a good start to this ball game. Let's get some positive juices flowing, because those are breaks that sometimes turn into interceptions, but early in this game, it turns into a big catch.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll go right back to the run. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Vols will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Max going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Volunteers!
Bringing the extra beef. It's goal line. I know what I'm going to get. I know what I'm going to do. We're going to be bigger, stronger at the point of attack, and push you around, and then the running back does the rest and finds the end zone. Ready to try the point after.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They took it 64 yards right down the field. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Rides the back on the option, the give. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to pass. It's Pavia. Trying to set up the screen. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And the Commodores are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Harris. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. The Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Spence. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards and Nealon on third down. The play action fake. Caught over the middle. It's Hoskins. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. They go to the ground. Running to Green. Turning it on. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Vandy.
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown run.
The AT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Matthews. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here is the Tennessee offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Grab near the marker. It's Matthews. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field, and you saw that right there.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, and they get off the ball fast and low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The sweet feet buy a little time. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. The Vols decide to punt it away. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Spins away from the defense. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Pavia. Here's the pressure. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
And the Commodores will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got it. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking for a gap. It's Bishop. There he goes. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Going over the top. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Going for it all. Got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown ball.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like, that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field. In my My job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the returner will be brought down. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
To throw, it's Pavia. Safe completion on the screen. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Commodores with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Hudson. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it behind the line, it's Hoskins. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to throw again. Snagged in the middle, it's Sherrill. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
And the Commodores will have it 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You gotta like that big, reliable security. And that's what tight ends are a lot of times. They're just usually big, huge guys.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting it down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy, because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown Doors. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
He'll bring it out. It's Newton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking downfield, it's Aguilar. Catch in the middle, it's Staley. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll immediately call timeout. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. He's taking the shot. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Looking for more room. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Commodores.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together, and a fun first half between these rivals. And talk about a good, competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good, competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
On the run from inside his own 5. Oh my goodness, he's still moving. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. This crowd still bringing the intensity to open the second half. Looking for a man, it's Pavia. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hoskins. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Commodores with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Hands it off. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Now the play fake. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And the Commodores are marching down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Chunked it away just as he was hit.
Well, that's not necessarily a throw that's going to show up on the stat sheet, but I love the decision. We're in the second half. We've got a tie game. You cannot turn the football over. And if nothing's open downfield, just do the smart thing and throw the ball away. I love that decision by the QB.
Third down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. Trying to run. It's Newberry. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They're not into 3s. They want 6s, and to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. He's got it. Makes the catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He'll do it himself. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to...
Touchdown, Vanderbilt! And that one will put them up here in the second half. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be... Breaks into the open. Got the first down and still on his feet. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. They're going to ride this running back. At the 45 on its way. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. Receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Volunteers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Pulls it in. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Back to throw, it's Aguilar. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up with it.
And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I love it. Nice play call, nice design. Get the ball to your speedster and let him do the rest. Try to find a way to isolate guys and get matchups, and you did it with your running back, slash receiver there, and he did the rest.
Extra point here will tie the game. And it's no good. Had a chance to tie it and couldn't do it. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back looking for help. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. The running back has it. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Gets the back moving. To the air, it's Pavia. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Shakes off the defender. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Pass interference.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Right back to the well. Runs through a tackle. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Takes a hit as he fires. And they fail to hook up on third down. The Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. First play of the drive comes from the 38. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part. Jesse, this offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back to back.
Makes a catch at the 15. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteer! Is there anything this dude can't do? He's channeling his inner Condridge Holloway, Heath Schuler, or dare I say, the great Peyton Manning.
I bet he can't lead the band, Reese. I bet he's not allowed to do that. He's having himself a day, but he's not there yet. But, man, putting up some stats, doing what he wants. This offense is absolutely cooking.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
And he takes this from inside the 5. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. RPO complete to open the drive. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll go with the 5 wide out set on 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Pavia. Quickly complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
This defense is going to have their hands full trying to defend the pass with all of these weapons they've got on the perimeter of the field. That is a great job bringing a dangerous target down right away after he catches the snap.
Surging forward on the sneak. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. And the Commodores send out the punt unit. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
The give as they work on that clock. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Volunteers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Trying to do it on the ground. Turning it on. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Vols are moving quickly down the field. The give to the lone running back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives, and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
At midfield, he's got room. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. And the quarterback takes a knee. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.